Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do. If it does not, leave the parts that do not. All right, we're going to look at what you may be struggling with, what you need to look at, and past and future energies coming in. So what you're struggling with, 9 of Cups. I know that. 3 of Swords, being disappointed. Could have to do with business or money. All right, so we're going to get... All right. We have the Storks with the 9 of Cups. We have the Mountains with the 3 of Swords. And then we have the Home with the King of Pentacles. So what you may be struggling with is this. You were building on a 9 of Cups. You were trying to work on something. You were trying to put something together and make something happen, that you were on a good path, that you were doing good, that you were building on something, you're working on something, you're putting something together. You're also struggling with, you've hit a roadblock. You've hit a roadblock, there's a challenge, there's a blockage in your progress and something that you're trying to do, something that you're trying to achieve, right? And you're just like, you want to give up. You're also struggling with this, I feel like it's feeling secure in your own home. So this could be a business or a job that you were trying to do, or you were trying to budget for something and something came up, right? Maybe you had an emergency vet bill, or you had an emergency doctor bill, or your car broke down or something like that. And then all of a sudden those savings, what you've been putting towards is you had to drain that and you had to use that, right? Or it could be that you were really working on yourself, right? That you were working on your emotions, that you were working on your feelings, that you're like getting up, you're working out, you're doing your things, you're making things happen. Then all of a sudden you hit this roadblock and you're like, you got sick, and then everything gets thrown off, you know? It's like when you go to the gym consistently and you're working out all the time, like you build up muscle and you're feeling really good, and then something happens. Either there's like a family emergency or there's a work something. Somehow your schedule has gotten messed up, and all of a sudden you're out of that routine, right? That you're not feeling as secure, that you're not feeling good, that you're feeling frustrated. You're like, how do I get past this? How do I move on from this? Yeah, so definitely something that you were building on. You hit a roadblock. Feel like you're ready to give up, and you're questioning your stability, right? You're questioning, okay, where do I go from here? I'm not feeling so secure. I was doing so good, and now all of a sudden this challenge has come up and I'm not doing so good. So what do you need to look at? We have the Queen of Wands, we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. With the Queen of Wands, we have the Woman, 10 of Swords, we have the Man, and then the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Fox. What you need to look at this woman is looking right at that person. Is there someone around you that has created this roadblock? When I first saw this, I was thinking, looking at your strong points, right? Looking at how strong you are, looking at how many things you've gone through. I feel like it's focusing on those challenges that you have overcome and you have accomplished. I feel like it's, don't get yourself into this deceptive mode where you start to question yourself and you start to lose this progress that you are making, that you don't want to lose that. I know that it's hard when you're going through it, because I'm going through that right now too. And it's a struggle, and there's a roadblock in front of you. But you have to look and see how powerful you've been, right? And all of the challenges that you've overcome, and knowing that you're strong and that you can hang in there. And don't fall into the negativity, right? Don't fall into that trap, because it's so easy when things don't, when you get frustrated. I get frustrated really easy, and I start to give up really quick, and then I start to go into the negative. But get back your power, right? Get yourself back on track. How do you get back on track? How do you turn things around? What can you focus on? I feel like it's focusing on all of those positive accomplishments, right? When you were in this energy and you felt really good, kind of looking at those positive things that you did accomplish, those positive things that you did do. And it's really easy when you're struggling to look at all of the things that didn't happen versus the things that do happen, or the, worrying about things. And I just feel like to not fall in that deceptive mode, but to look at yourself and see how powerful you really are and what you've been through, and that you can accomplish this, that you can get through this hurdle, that this may just be a test. Energy is coming in for you, okay? We have the Eight of Swords, getting back to work, Three of Pentacles, and the Sun. Look at that. Everything will turn around. Everything's going to turn around. Everything's going to get better. You're going to overcome this. This is just a test for you, or this is just a challenge for you. And this is, life has those ups and downs, and this is one of those times. This is one of those times to see how you're going to get through this. Energy is coming in. It's no longer holding back. Like, we have the Sun that's coming through her hands right there, and the Sun wants to burst through. And this can mean that she's ready to get yourself back on track, ready to play the game, right? Ready to get yourself back in the game, right? Ready to focus again on this. With the Three of Pentacles, we have bridging those gaps, figuring it out, right? You figure out what it is that you need to do. Sometimes, like I've said before, is where one door closes, another door opens. And this could be one of those opportunities where the universe is trying to show you something. It's trying to show you another door. It's either trying to show you how strong you are, it's showing how you can persevere, or it's trying to push you in another direction, that you are doing really good with this, but there's something even better that's waiting for you, right? We have the whip, which is, those conflicts and those arguments, but I feel like it's those arguments to fight for the Sun, right? It's to, let's pick another one. We have the Moon. I feel like we have the Sun card, and then we have the whip and the Moon. To face those challenges, right? I felt that it's time, that there may be some, I feel like you get yourself back on track, but then when we had these two come out, conflict and arguments and challenges and the Moon and something that takes time and cycles, this represents cycles and time. That it may take you some time just to get yourself back into this energy, right? Ready to, because I feel like you were starting to hold yourself back because of this energy here, because of this right here, this challenge, right? You're starting to hold yourself back because you're going on a path, and then all of a sudden you hit this roadblock, and then you wanted to give up, but you need to see how strong you are and all the challenges that you've achieved, and to not fall into that deception of, I'm not going to accomplish things. And then you start to come out of your shell and you start working on things, and you have this Sun energy. But to realize that there's going to take you a while to get through this conflict, right? To get through this energy. Let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. Excellent. Page of Pentacles, which is there are new changes coming in. There are exciting things coming in. This is just something that's going to take time. And it's just getting through each day. Sometimes we have that where we just have to get through each day, and to face those challenges of the day, and to break it down into smaller pieces. But I honestly feel that you're going to get through this, because you're going to be able to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and figure this out. Because you're determined, right? Because you don't want to give up. You're not going to let this whip stop you, right? You're not going to let conflict or arguments or, just, I almost feel like it's breaking those, because we have this these two are separated. I feel like it's breaking those conflicts and those arguments against it. The temple path. So I feel like this is the path to calmness. This is the path to relaxation. It's the path to getting yourself back on track. I feel like this one too, broken heart. I feel that there is a sense of loss in this here, but a sense of giving up and having that broken heart because something didn't work out. It could be a relationship. But I also feel like I said before is that you're going to, it's opening up other doors for you. It's opening the path for you to see something else. Those challenging moments are when we struggle the most, right? It's those challenging moments, and how do we pull ourselves out of those moments? How do we get past those? Do we let them overtake us? Do we let them overcome us? We have a change in the wind. That's what I feel, is that there's going to be a change in the wind here. And flexible. Being flexible to change. Being flexible and saying, okay, this was the path that I thought I was building and I thought I was going on, but I'm going to see that, okay, I have to do something different, that I have to change things up here, and being flexible in that, and not being so rigid that you're not accepting change. Let's get an animal oracle. You know I love my animal oracle, so let's get one of these. Oh, I guess two wanted to come out. We have grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith, and then we have trust in the magic. Trust in what's happening around you, that this may be a lull, right? The quiet before the change, the quiet before things start to push you in a different direction, and taking that leap of faith and trusting and believing that there is a change in the wind and that things are going to change, but you have to be flexible with the change, to not get yourself into this negative energy and not to feel defeated, right? Because it was something you were going for. We all have that. We all have dreams. We all have goals. We all have directions. We think we know how things are going to turn out. We know how badly we want something to turn out, and it doesn't. But we have to keep pushing, and we have to keep going forward. And sometimes we have to do different things in the interim, right? That we have to focus on something else, but then that helps us to push forward, right? That because we're still being busy, because we don't want to get caught in this energy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.